There he is. Is that music too loud, everyone? Sorry, Stu. I have real trouble getting the music right on this. I don't know if it's introducing the third bloody screen. Right, can we test your voice, please?
Certainly. Hello, how you doing?
That looks loud enough to me. How is that for everyone? Yo, the live stream looks fucking dope, says Seaside Cock, the Solly. Thanks, blood. All good, audio is good. Right, hello. Oh, shit, I do that every time. I'm sorry. That's yours. I'm going to get sued.
I tried to copyright the word hello, and you know what? I wasn't rich enough, so they wouldn't.
Thank you for the follow there, Watto Snorkers. I met you once at Digitizer. I was thinking, could you not patent or own the rights to the tone?
Maybe that's the answer. It's going to be the hello, isn't it?
Yeah.
And not like hello.
See, this thing I'm doing later on, I put on an Alan Partridge impression. I'm wondering if I could get sued for that. Can you get in trouble for doing impressions?
Not generally, but it's more difficult if the impression you're doing is of somebody who is fictional. You'd have to be careful with that.
What, it's worse than they're fictional?
Yeah, because that's a creation, you see, and not a recreation of an original, of an actual person. It's all a bloody minefield.
Yeah, I keep coming to you with my legal questions for some reason. I don't know why. You look like a lawyer.
Sadly, far from it.
I think you're the smartest person I know. That's what it is.
Christ, you don't know many people.
No, I don't. Thanks. Welcome to the stream, Watto Snorkers. Right, are you all excited to know what Mr. Ashens' top 10 thing is today? I'll wait for one yes and then I'll do it.
Fair enough.
Brenfu said yes.
Good enough.
Oh my god, that tracking's weird. Have you got a film crew?
Yes. It's a little man who sits behind my monitor. Or it's a weird software thing, one of the two. I'll let you work.
They normally don't work that well. It's working pretty well for you.
Yeah,
right.
I'm sure it'll go wrong later.
Right, this is Stuart's top 10 again. Crap. I forgot to get this ready. There. I always forget. So fiddly.
By the way, I flicked through earlier. Was there somebody voicing a negative opinion about Creepshow? Because that
yes, there was, and it was Rainbow Blackout, who I considered a friend.
Oh, have you sent to the re-education camps?
Well, he said it was a bit silly. I suppose.
That's kind of the idea, though, isn't it?
What do you mean when they're like, and there's all like flashing lights and shit behind them? I was going to recreate that the other day, actually, with the green screen.
But just for a laugh or on stream?
Well, a bit of both. It's all for a laugh, isn't it?
True enough.
There you go. He said, sorry, I said it was silly. I liked it. Oh, you can't crawl your way back. Too late.
Now, the kill bots have been released.
I have to say, though, the first story, the Where's My Cake story, I always thought was the weakest.
Oh, it is. It absolutely is. Why do they open it on the weakest? Such an odd choice.
Well, I've never liked when people open on the strongest. And then it just sort of peters out towards...
Yeah, I can sort of understand why you'd do it to, get the audience on side and that. But yeah, you want your strong one, really, for the end. So that people leave with a positive impression.
What is the last one? It's the bug one, isn't it?
Ooh, I think it is, yeah, because it's cake, it's
Stephen King one.
Is the second one, yeah. So is it the basket? Is the third one? Oh no, the third one is the Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, and then it's
hold my breath a long, long time.
No, you can't. And then it's Fluffy and the Crate. I think there's 5, isn't there? And then it's the bug guy.
Yes, that's it.
And then you haven't seen the second one then, Jeff? It's just 3 stories, and only one of them's any good.
Yeah, the second one is not so good. The best one isn't that great, and the other two are proper.
Oh, I don't know. I liked that second one. It used to terrify me.
Really?
Yeah, just the idea of it. I was always in lakes, skinny dipping.
Choice in lakes. I used to be aquatic. It was great.
Yeah. Not anymore.
Mind you, we complained about Creepshow 2 when Creepshow 3 exists. So.
Oh God. I watched that. Yeah. It looked like It looked like it belonged on Newgrounds or something.
Tom Fulp presents.
Yeah, it was such a step down. It makes 2 look like a masterpiece. I don't think I finished it. How many stories were in that one? Do you know?
Oh, God knows. I don't think I finished. I think I did finish it, but I can't promise I was awake through all of it. I can remember very little about it other than it being absolutely abysmal from start to finish.
Yeah. The animation straight away was absolute.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was sub-Newgrounds, it really was.
Right. So, pens, Stuart.
Pens!
What are pens?
It's like penis with the eye taken out.
I think if you could hear the robot voice, it did say peens.
Oh!
I did that on purpose.
I can't hear that this end, so...
No, yeah. Did you all hear peens?
Did you like your peens, everyone?
What are pens, Stuart?
Pens are ink dispensing units we use to mark items for writing or drawing.
That's really good. How did you...
I'm quite pleased with that.
Yeah, that's really good. Why have you chosen pens?
Because I quite like pens, and I've got at least 10 of them.
Well, I hope so. I hope you've got 10.
I do.
Right, should we go to your number 10 choice?
I could have had the pens with me, and I foolishly have left them in the drawer like a madman.
So are these actual pens in your drawer?
Do I own all of these? Yes, I do. I own at least one example of all of these.
And they're all in your drawer right there?
Yeah.
So could you pull them out?
I mean, maybe. Hang on.
You don't have to. It's just I was wondering if it was easy to do.
I can probably reach them very easily. Right. Bear with me momentarily, and I shall return. I don't know how to...
No, Stu, you don't have to do that. We've got photographs.
Oh, yeah, I sent you bloody photos, actually. That's fine. Forget it.
You're a very organised guest. You're an absolute delight, you are.
Thank God for that.
It wasn't that hard to frame them. And right, let's go to your number 10.
Certainly.
Number 10.
God, why is that still on? Why is that still on? Get off. Right. One sec. Hey, there we go.
He's done it.
Right, I've realised this list you gave me, Stu, there was a lot of words.
Yes.
Yeah, I could not fit all the words on, so you might have to fill us in.
That's fine. I've got them written next to my head, so everything will be fine.
Okay, so the free promotional pen.
It's a free promotional pen. That is a Holiday Inn pen that I'm presuming I stole from a Holiday Inn at some point over the last 20 years. Basically, free promotional pens, generally not that great in the scheme of things, but they're free. Yeah. And these days, the quality of them is going up and up. It seems like they're scared to give you a crap cheap one, like you used to get in Argos or whatever. They always want something posh to make you think of their brand in a positive light.
Yeah, I mean, if they gave away your number 1, they'd have lots of people coming back.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Yeah. But just to steal the pens, they probably wouldn't use the business and they go bust or something.
You keep saying steal. It's free. It's free to take the pens.
Yeah, but it's not free for them to have them made, is it? So from their points of view, I won't give out too many.
Right, I want to know if anyone's ever taken a free promotional pen and looked at it and thought, oh, I'll go with them.
Do you think so? Where shall I go on holiday this year? Lanzarote pen.
This naked lady's there.
Yes. Oh look, their clothes fly on and off when you tilt them. Amazing.
I've never looked at a pen and considered, well, if they give away pens, they must be all right.
Yeah. And there's more and more promotional items. I got a promotional item that was a hat the other day.
Did you?
And it just kind of spoiled the hat because there was a big logo on it.
Was that the
made
one?
me think positive.
Was that Saturday?
Yes, it was Saturday.
Yes, it was
Yeah,
Saturday.
you've seen that hat. Yes.
Hey, let's see. Patreon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those were good.
These are. It's pretty good. I didn't understand the
Yeah.
metal bottle until I used this, but it's lovely and cold, and it stays cold. I used to go into Argos and grab handfuls, handy for RPG sessions.
Oh, absolutely. S87. That is like the Argos pen is the pinnacle of the free pen. They weren't that great, but you could steal handfuls of the bastards, and nobody cared. So it's free pens for all.
And Argos is still going, so that they're doing all right.
Don't think they give you pens now, do they?
Do they not? Oh, it's all computers. I go in there and steal tablets.
Just rip them.
Yeah, just take tablets. Tablets are good for RPG session. Thank you for the follow there, JD Edge. You don't even get a free pencil in Argos now. Well, what you want to do, Beardy Viking, is take up gambling. They've got lots of free pens and pencils in there.
Yeah, go in the bookies, you'll lose your life savings and destroy yourself, but, you won't get free pens. Screwfix do free pencils.
Do they?
That's my tip from the
ones that you tuck behind your ear?
Yes, exactly, yeah. They don't believe you're a real plumber or builder until you do.
Thank you, Aldo Cookie, for the host, and thank you for the follow there, Fox Renard. What was I going to say? Now, if I was to get a pen made with ABTV on it, that would cost lots of money, wouldn't it?
Well, it depends. Do you want a cheap, like, biro type thing, or do you want a posh one? Let me show you a nice pen that a friend of mine had made. You're aware of the YouTube channel Chili Vision, which does retro gaming. Look at that. Nice.
Is that kind of rubbery?
Yeah, it's got proper rubber grip.
That's good. That's almost like a Parker.
Yeah. See, that's like one of the nicest pens of this type I've ever had. Actually, good work, Chili.
But are they quite selective with who they give the pens to?
I don't know what the criteria is. I bought a calendar, and the pen came with a calendar. So.
No, that's fair enough. You buy a calendar, you want a pen.
Yeah. How else are you going to write on a calendar and draw googly eyes and everything?
I can't believe... Do you actually use the calendar? Yeah.
Well, no, not anymore, because he hasn't produced one for several years, so it'd be a bit out of date by now. But I did use it in 2018 or whatever.
I was thinking this today. I walked past I was in the centre where the shop is, and I walked past the calendar pop-up store for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, nobody uses calendars anymore, do they?
My dad, that's about it. And he's 80, so, perhaps it's an old person. I got him one the other week, and I've bloody lost it. I've got to find it, actually. Sorry, that's not your problem. But, I just thought I'd share it with the class.
I don't know where it is.
No, me neither.
I went right up to the young girls running the store and said, "Your days are marked. They're numbered." All right, you want to think about this. People didn't
get it.
Yeah,
and they called the police.
They're called elderly for a reason. In movies, do they have stunt pens? Says Jedi Steampunk. You've made two movies. Were there any stunt pens?
We've certainly never had a stunt pen, or really any stunt at all. They're expensive.
Have you had any stunt men or women?
Yeah, well, I have worked with stuntmen, but weirdly not on the films. On a sort of web series we did before we did any films. Yeah, we had a couple of stuntmen. One has gone on to direct films and been quite successful. Mm-hmm. And the other guy was British Wushu champion and took over the mantle of Wushu champion, whatever, from Ray Park, who was Darth Maul.
He was. I always remember him as Toad.
Yeah, Toad of Toad Hall.
Yes.
And Halle Berry was Badger.
Yeah. Should we go on to your number 9?
Please do.
Yeah. Right, everybody get ready for Stuart's number 9 favourite pen.
More days.
Is this number 9, or have I gone and...
No, that is correct. The Stabilo boss.
Well, I'm sorry,
original highlight.
I can't quite get over it.
Yeah.
But this is so low down.
Yeah. It's because highlighter's not used that often, and it may not kind of be the best highlighter out there ink-wise, but does the job well, and it's such a classic design. And I like it, because when you see it, you immediately know it's a highlighter. You're not going to confuse it with another type of pen at all. It's different size, different shape, different colour. Boom.
Did you, Fox Renada said it's not a pen. Yes, it is.
Oh, why is it then?
Why is it not a
windowsill? What?
Let's not have any trouble here, all right? It's a pen. You're bloody right with it. Did you, when you were studying to be a surgeon or whatever it is you studied to be, did you use a lot of these? Did you do that thing where you pretended you were highlighting specific parts of a book, but you were just highlighting lines for the fun of it?
Oh yeah. I don't really remember ever highlighting much. Mostly I copied stuff out of books. Your computers were a bit crap back then. Do you know, the most I would have ever used one of these, and I used a lot of them over the years. My first job was in a place that was doing a lot of filing, and you had to highlight certain parts before they were scanned into a computer, and you had to use the old yellow highlighters because they don't show up when it was scanned. It was like a photocopier, basically. It only did black and white and no shades of grey in between, so it completely missed any sort of yellow highlighter. But you better not use another colour, because it just came through as black in that case and just looked like it had been redacted by the CIA.
Thank you for the raid there, Bowie Hair. Thank you very much. I think the other colours came later, didn't they?
To my knowledge, yes. I think the yellow was always the classic.
Yeah. Did it not make you sort of wince or grit your teeth when you'd watch people in films highlighting everything in books? I hated it. You're ruining the book.
I don't recall ever seeing anyone do that. That would really annoy me.
Well, you've not ever seen a film where there's like a student and they're highlighting everything?
Maybe I blotted it out because it made me so angry.
Yeah. Actually, an episode of Creepshow the other day. Have you watched the series on
Shudder? No? Any good?
Some of them are really good, actually, yeah.
Oh.
Some of them are shit, but you know, there's 3 seasons now. But yeah, there was
hell.
Yeah.
Did that quick? Christ.
I'd say it's almost worth the £5 a month.
I am a Shudder member because it's horror in it. So,
yeah, but there's not much. There's not much on there.
We've got to be honest on that. But
rating you is the highlight of my day.
I see what you did. Raiding you is the highlight of my day. Brilliant, Bo. Yeah, thank you very much for that sub. Did you wait until the highlight was on before you decided to raid and then sub? It's lucky it weren't number 1. It would have been my number 1.
Really? You love the Stabilo boss that much?
Oh, no, maybe it wouldn't. I think... well, I'm not going to say what my one was in case it's one of yours, but at the end I'll say what mine is. You know, actually, thinking about it, I do have some pens that I absolutely love. I didn't consider that I'd be that much invested in this one.
By the end of it, you're going to be just seething with rage that I've got a different...
I'm trying to remember what yours was. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know what your last one was. It's an insight to your youth, and I'll explain that later on.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're curious now. Should we go to your number 8?
Certainly.
This is Stuart's number 8 favourite pen.
Number 8.
It's a good one.
Oh yeah, the Statler Tri-Plus Fine Liner.
Yeah, I couldn't fit that all on.
No chance.
No. It's a good pen. Fine liners, that's probably been my number 1. If it's a good one, like a technical drawing pen fine liner, you know.
Oh yes, yeah. This Statler Tri-Plus is pretty good. So it's not the nicest to write with. It's not particularly smooth, and the ink but the ink in it is very good, and it's so fine and precise. And I've used them all up, and like they haven't at any stage had the nib bent or anything, which is always a problem with the fine liner. I find. I think it's just such a good one for drawing thin lines. I mean, as a art man, you probably have more of a use for it than I do. But on the occasions I need something very precise, and
it's pretty
clear.
much just more lines, Stu.
Yeah, really.
Just lots more lines. Thank you very much for the 50 bits there, Watto Snorkers.
I feel you've given away the secrets of art to me today.
Yeah, lots of
more
lines. Sometimes there's a dot, but the dot is in fact a very small line when you get.
Oh, that's the secret, isn't it?
Yeah, line
it's
after
all
line.
lines really, all the way down. Yeah.
Except I think this pen wouldn't cut it. One of these ones. These are quite the cheap fine line, isn't they? These ones.
Oh yeah, this isn't like a super expensive one you would be using for like draftsmanship or something. This is something I find it very useful in the sort of stuff I do. But maybe with your top level artistry you would need something a little smoother or something. But I think for the money, these are an astonishing pen. You get like a big bag of them for tuppence, basically.
That's the kind of pen I'd give my daughter to draw with.
Ooh.
I know she does bash them a bit. But yeah, man, I'm not going to give one of me expensive ones. But
that'd be madness.
She can pretend she's like Daddy, can't she? With a cheap fine liner.
The thing is, though, it's still good enough to take a bit of a beating and still write correctly. So.
Yeah. Plus, you normally get a few of those, don't you, in a pack?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I've had ones like this before that were crap, and it's so annoying when the ink doesn't come out properly, or you know the end bends off or something. Whereas these seem to be rock solid.
Well,
however, I will warn you, folks. Not very good for like writing on any surface other than paper, because it takes a while for the ink to dry.
Yeah, well, you won't want to do that with any pen apart from one, maybe. I don't know how winked at you seedly like that. My
terrifying.
I know. That's why I'm single. Why would you stop winking at everyone? Just stop winking, Dan. Sorry. My question to you would be, can you buy this pen in Poundland?
I never look at the pens in Poundland.
Do you not? I look at them all the time.
I think the problem with the pens in Poundland are the decent ones. It's actually quite an expensive way to buy them, because you don't get many for your £1 or your £2.
You normally get like one for £1, but that's all right.
Yeah, you see, I'm obviously too tight and would therefore probably buy more in bulk and then store.
I think I have seen these in Poundland. You probably get like 2 or 3. But that's a good deal to me. That's all right. It's a fine liner. What do you want?
Yeah, I suppose that's true. But yeah, the ones that they sell in sort of decent numbers in Poundland, not so good. Like the knockoff Bics and stuff. You're not going to have a good time. You're not going to have a good time.
Oh, they're all right. What I do is I cut them up and I use them for crafting. You get a lot of good bits out of pens.
Oh,
Felt tips and things. There's a lot. There's more in them than you realise. Plus, you make alcohol inks with the felt tip. You know, the spongy bits full of ink. You can make alcohol inks with those. That's it's not here nor there.
Well, I didn't know that.
Poundland is an absolute joy for people who craft. To everyone
it's
out
an
there.
Absolute joy for everyone. Come on, Dan. There is no finer shopping experience.
My mum bought some Christmas decoration-y thing from there today. It was £5. It was a metal sled thing with a wooden chopping board on it for Christmas. That was £5. There was only 3 of them. I said, yeah, I think if you want it, get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It'll be gone tomorrow.
It will. Stuart, can you remember the last doodle you drew?
No.
Do you doodle?
I'm going to look at a bit of paper down here. Very rarely now.
He's going to pull out a sheet that's covered in swastikas or something.
just pictures of you with like knives in your head. So, he will soon, written underneath in blood. No. I mean, I have doodled in the past, obviously, but no, I don't think I do much anymore.
Well, that's disappointing. Should we go on to your number 7?
Doing something. Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, when you're on the phone. I've never been somebody who's on the phone and can doodle at the same time, but a lot of people do.
Oh, I do doodle when I'm on the phone, but I'm very rarely on the phone these days. Nobody uses it. Nobody bloody phoning anymore.
You're right. Stuart's number 7.
New member Simon.
See, I couldn't think of a short name for this. Sign Pen 5 S5. God, that font's not great. S520.
20. So that's it. The sign pen. So. So this is a Pentel pen, and I only discovered this recently when I got them for a job. It was no good for, which was signing a load of like DVD boxes, which are slightly shiny. Didn't work because that does not dry. Well, it does dry in them, but it takes like about a solid minute, and when you're signing loads, it's completely useless. So, shame. Then I started using it for other things because it is designed for sort of signing document stuff. Really nice, thick, clear mark. Feels a bit felt tippy, but a bit stronger. Just a really nice pen to use.
Honestly, Stu, when I asked you to come back on, you said, I'll do pens. I thought you just looked in your drawer and saw a pen. I didn't think you'd be this passionate. I'll be honest.
There's passion in everything we do. Come on. This is Twitch.
When you sign Blu-rays, do you not sign the sheet, the sleeve?
It's up to the person. Some people want you to sign the sleeve. Yeah, that's an easy one. Because
it won't scratch off like my Room Blu-ray that Tommy Wiseau signed. He did it on the front, and every time he put it on the shelf.
Oh, you never put it on the front. Well, some people want it on the front, but generally, if you want it on the front, you want it on the inlay.
Yeah,
that's a very rare sign. Most people want them signed internally on the plastic.
I mean, it surprised me because he seems quite intelligent.
What, Tommy Wiseau?
Yeah, I was being sarcastic.
I was going to say, we've had dealings with him in the past. The best thing is when you're dealing with him and he keeps writing back pretending he's his own assistant. That was quite an experience. Yeah.
Have you really had dealings with him?
Yeah, sense? Not directly, but some other people we were working with were trying to woo him for a project, and they just gave up in the end because he's just absolutely fucking mental. You know?
I saw him at the Prince Charles Theatre, actually around the corner from where your film was, and my little brother said, "That's Tommy Wiseau," and he went, "Yeah, it is me." He says he's not German. Where is he from?
Nobody knows. Like genuinely, nobody knows where his money came from or anything.
I did read half of that Disaster Artist book, but then the film came out and I stopped reading it. But yeah, no, he's an enigma.
A friend saw him at an event once. Went, "Oh my god, hello! I've seen the room, loved it." And Wiseau went to him, "Oh, thanks," and then went, what do you mean call me? What? How can I call you? I don't have your number. I've never met you before. Do
you think he did this at every meeting he went to and assumed that they'd got his number?
Maybe he doesn't know what it means.
He should get his agent to write his number on his hand.
Oh my god. Beardy Viking says, Jeffrey Combs ruined my Reanimator DVD by signing all of it. The outside, the inlay, and discs, and to buy another one to be able to watch it. Well, he signed the actual shiny side of the disc.
Oh, Dow, yeah, but be happy about that. The man put the work in. I love Jeffrey Combs. Such a nice man.
Do you think that he signed it so precisely you can actually put it in a DVD player and it has special footage that he's marked on?
I was just thinking that, yeah, he's added an extra scene to your film now. Yeah. He's that precise.
He just breaks the fourth wall, looks at the camera and says, Beardy Viking, thanks for coming out. Yeah. And then continues with the film.
Yeah, he's managed to, with that ink on the disc, he's managed to change the main character's name to Beardy Viking. So everybody says Beardy Viking.
Dubbed really badly.
There's a lovely bit made.
Look at that, Beardy Viking. Yeah.
Did you say to him that you shouldn't sign the back because it's not going to work, Dow?
Too late by then, isn't it?
Yeah, no, but for the next person.
I like the idea of telling Jeffrey Combs off. Yeah.
I did a drawing of him once and he liked it on Twitter, so he's all right by me.
Nice.
Beardy Viking didn't want to be rude as he leaves covered in Jeffrey Combs' autograph. All on your forehead.
Literally on his retinas. He goes, ah!
How did he do it on my boxers?
Yeah. Wait until you die and there's an autopsy and it's on every internal organ. Nobody knows how it got there.
He probably cured many forms of cancer with his autograph. He's a very skillful man.
Oh, Nooker the Nook asks, what is the difference between a sign pen S520 and a Sharpie? Basically, a sign pen S520 is like a thin Sharpie, but not shite. As you're probably aware, Sharpies overpriced really bad. They're just like sort of felt tips for kids with weak inks that are always slightly off colour and they don't last that long and they never bloody dry. And Sharpies are just, they've somehow become sort of ubiquitous and everywhere, but they're really bad as pens go for that kind of price bracket, I think. Oh, look at it. Look at it. Filth. Filth.
I got this. This is a £1 for £1 in the pound shop.
£1 for £1?
Yeah.
What?
Well, Sharpies were quite a big deal, weren't they? There was like when they came out, everybody was talking about fucking Sharpies. Nobody's ever spoke about pens before, not since Parker pens.
Yeah. I mean, they're bloody everywhere. I'm sure I've got one here. Yeah, here's one. Look, blue one for some reason. I don't understand why. Oh, it's going all blurry. That's weird. But yeah, they're just. I mean, they're all very much a sort of very basic pen that's massively overpriced, really. It's all of the marketing for the Sharpie, isn't it?
It is. Well, I mean, it's a nice, sleek design, isn't it? But it is getting blunt.
Yeah. For God's sake, don't leave the cap off it for 5 minutes, so that'll be good.
They do
the Dragon 32 has literally said Sharpies dry up overnight if you don't put the cap on them perfectly. Yeah.
How dare you read my chat more than me, Stuart?
Well, I've just got it right near the camera, so it's really...
No, I'm grateful. Read as much as you like. It's everybody's. Good. This chat is for everybody.
But no, bloody Sharpies. They're one of the classics of branding over actual decent product.
Well, the Sharpie guy or gal, whoever it was, must be fucking rolling in money now.
Timothy Sharpie. He's
yep.
Yeah. He owns most of the known universe, I believe. And
he married Emily Sharpay, the dog millionaire.
Yes, the famous dog millionaire. And they hyphenate their surnames to Sharpie Sharpay.
Oh, it's Pat Sharp. That says Brundlefly.
Oh, Pat. Oh, yeah.
Are you sure? Because he played a local club near me. If he was at the Sharpie millionaire, he wouldn't be playing the local club.
He's a very down-to-earth guy. My favourite thing that ever happened on one of my streams is we were talking something about Funhouse or something that came up in a magazine, and I was with Paul Gannon, the comedian, and something came up about Pat Sharp, a question. He's like, "Oh, hang on, I'll text him."
The headset clashes with.
And he
the
immediately
Pro
came back
Ensemble
with like
and
a
Adam
really
3
detailed
Shambles.
answer. Yes, that's it. We will never top this moment on stream. We had immediate access to Pat Sharp by total coincidence.
Actually, I think Top of the Bobs, for one of his questions for his quiz, you've seen his quiz, he got Pat Sharp to read it out. I think it's through that cameo, wasn't it, Bob, if you're there?
Oh,
Thank you very much for the resub there, Princess Damien. It's all for you, Damien. It's all for you. You know what? That scene had no impact on me until I had a child and thought, what if she's having a birthday party and someone hangs themselves right in the middle of the birthday party?
Bloody rude, wouldn't it?
I'll tell you what, having children changes so many films. Oh, apparently Bob says he couldn't pronounce the name Wayne Rooney. The girl with the Dragon 32. Parker, the pen your uncle buys for your 15th birthday because he thinks they're somehow fancy. They are fancy, but your uncle's cheap.
I was given a Parker pen for I think around about the time I was 18 when I'd finished my A-levels, I think, by an aunt. And I found it the other day in the box, and I discovered it's got my name etched on it, but so faintly that I hadn't realised for best part of 30 years.
Oh, I feel bad. What was it? Your aunt, did you say? Or your nan?
Yeah.
And that bit was like, oh, cheers.
And I was like, oh, thank you very much, Rick. And I just thought it was a nice pen and didn't realise until the other day that, oh my God, you have to really hold it up to the light. But it was
she's there as you open it, oh, I hope he likes his name. Watching.
I wish she spelt it wrong. But, no, she
hasn't. Nephew. It was your aunt. You did say your aunt.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
My Aunt Hazel, if you want the specific aunt.
Oh, yeah, and address. What's her address?
That's a good question.
I don't really want to address you.
I was going to say I could probably give it to you because she's dead. I could just give you the crematorium address. But
Bloody hell, I'm sorry, Stu.
All my aunts and uncles are very old, and very good.
But you're so young.
Am I? I was 44 last time I bloody looked.
I've got a lot of aunts and uncles. I don't see them. I think quite a few of them are dead, but they died young.
Oh God!
And mysteriously.
Seriously? There's a book in that.
Fountain pens make you. Actually, you've just reminded me of something there, Radiant User. Let's go on to number 6. A pen that isn't in the list. This is Stuart's number 6 favourite pen.
Number 666.
Oh, God, that's a fancy one.
Oh, now I hadn't heard of these until recently, and somebody put me onto them, and they're bloody astonishing. This is a Molotow liquid chrome mirror effect pen.
That seems to be a relatively new thing because there's mirror chrome paints that seem to be in the market as well for miniatures and things.
I suspect it's the same stuff, just in a pen.
Yeah, did someone just discover this then?
Yeah, somebody mentioned it, and can't remember who it was now. Because basically, I don't know people who know their action figures. There was this old process called vac metallization, which involves making things all shiny and chromy, like this.
Did he just so happen to be there?
I literally did. Yes, this one sits under my second monitor. But it's kind of. It's not done anymore. It's difficult to do at home, and it's considered very bad for the environment because it is very bad for the environment. And somebody said, "Oh, you don't need that anyway. Just put this ink on it." It's like, what? And all I've done is just got a pen and gone on this knockoff figure I got from Wish, and look at it. Well, you can't tell the bloody difference. I haven't even put a proper covered the whole thing yet.
I used to do when I used to go to boot sales and I'd get a lot of old action figures, I'd try and retouch them in places. I don't know if I was devaluing them. I probably was.
Technically, yes, but who bloody cares? Most of them have no value anyway.
Just so they look good on the shelf. Did a little bit of painting here and bits here and there. Mirror ink, what the dickens, says Radiant User. Yeah?
It's astonishing. It just looks exactly like vac metallized stuff. I've never seen anything like it. And I mean, I've got decent spray. I mean, you'll know more about this than I do, but decent spray aerosols and things, which gave quite a good chrome effect. But they're not a patch on this stuff. It's absolutely brilliant.
Thank you for the follow there, in league with Nathan. They've got to be expensive, these pens, though, haven't they?
Oh, it's like £10. Ooh, no, I think it's close to £12 for 3. So they're bloody pricey.
Oh, that's
and you
not
have to
too
get them in
bad.
this.
For
Yeah,
3?
you get them in. The problem is your set of 3 is your thick one for the big areas, your small one for the thin areas, and then like a hideously thin one for like writing. So it's I find the thin one a bit useless.
I might have to get some. Sound pretty good.
Yeah.
So
I know people who buy them, basically take them apart, pour the ink out, and then brush it on things.
Really? Seems a little bit sacrilegious, but I mean, I might have to get those. Send me a link, Stu.
I bloody well. I think it's got off bloody Amazon. Is there any other shop these days? Preferably one that pays the taxes.
Ryman's.
Right. Oh, does Ryman's? Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Ryman's is a rip-off. I don't know why I even mentioned them. Nobody go to Ryman's. A horrible place. Back when I was in the shop, we'd get receipt rolls from Amazon. You get a shit ton.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'd be desperate sometimes, and there's a Ryman's across the road, and they had us by the balls. And they would charge £9 for 5 receipt rolls. It made me sick. Tiny little rolls for like a card machine. Thank you very much for the follow there, the Dopsman. Thank you.
Silly Mammy says, looks like you would have to use it in a well-ventilated room. Not really. No, it doesn't really smell of much either. It's bloody astonishing.
If it's acrylic paint, it's fine.
Yeah.
As long as you're not airbrushing, it's... it goes very well through an airbrush. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there we are. Rich Davison has the experience. Yes. It's so good. It's like bloody magic or something.
Yeah, I bet if you wet it, it's very dangerous. It'd be like...
One way to find out. Where is it?
What am I thinking of? The metallic stuff going down someone's throat in a film. And his voice is going all tinny as it's going in. What is that?
That is the Matrix.
Yeah, is it the Matrix? It is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it'd be like.
Yeah.
Do you think, it's relatively new this, but do you think it's from T1000? And he's cutting little pieces of himself off?
Yeah, and then eats like loads of food to get it back again, because I'm sure that's how the T1000 worked. Yeah. Probably. Maybe we're all just inviting T1000s into our homes via the medium of pens.
Yeah, this is where he comes from.
Yeah.
Keep it away from electrical equipment.
Yes. And Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. T 0.00001.
Yeah, you need 10,000 of them to even get close to a single Terminator.
Thank you for the follow, Cyberslasher2. Are these all your friends, Stu? Getting a lot of follows tonight.
Good. Simon Slash just sounds familiar. Might have done the quiz. It's the quiz where I get to see all the names.
Yeah, you get a lot of viewers over there for that quiz. I always think, you tell me what the quiz is going to be, and I think, great, it's a film one. I'll do well at this. And I forget lots of people have seen films.
Yes.
And the
lots
bloody
of people do it. Yeah. Like, the last one I thought was so obscure and still really high scores almost across the board.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's always Google, isn't there? Because you can Google it quick enough.
This is true.
Yeah, I know some of yous. D. Carino does well. I don't trust him 100%.
What I've got to do is occasionally I'll do a quiz where all the screenshots that I have taken myself, and that is always interesting. Cause,
is there still not a way of searching images like that, though? Do they not? Is it that
not
self-aware?
really? Yeah, I mean, if you've got one from the same scene or a very similar scene, quite possibly, but if not, so...
I've never done a reverse image search, if I'm honest. Never ever. No.
Oh, that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, I might do it after this. Just spend all night
looking
for images on Google and then reverse Googling them.
Looking for images. Oh, I've already got that image. Great.
Thank you for the follow there, Seraphim21. Thank you very much. What else are you going to use this pen for, though? Once you've coloured in your little person.
It's going to be used for sort of 3D prints and stuff, and also probably repairing some figures.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. It's going to be used for tagging, isn't it?
You're very small tags.
Well, it's the coolest tagger in town. It's the Silver Surfer, they call it.
God, the Mirror Master. Yes.
Was there a phase in your teenage years when everybody was tagging, and there was a certain style of font that every tagger could do, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I mean, I was good at drawing. I could not replicate that tagging font.
Oh, I know the one you mean. You still see it occasionally this day, or in the background of things that are supposed to be set in the 90s.
I wonder if they went off on a course for 2 weeks or something.
I think it must have been, because it was too similar.
They were all the same. I don't know how they did it. And I had friends that were let's be honest, they were quite stupid, but that they could do this tagging thing. Maybe that's the key. You just got to go with your instincts.
Maybe. It's like that weird S symbol that everyone could draw in school books and nobody knows where it came from.
Bloody dollar thing. Yeah.
Yes, that's it, yeah.
It's like, I remember people teaching other people how they could draw their own. I'm thinking, but why? It looks shit in the first place. Why are you perpetuating this?
You have to. That's the first thing to get into tagging school. You have to be able to do that S.
Yeah, and then my tag would just be like a snake. There you go, solved. Thank you very much for the follow there, Baggies Man. Thank you very much. Yeah, I might have to get some of these chrome pens. I think they'd be quite handy for some of my projects.
They are bloody amazing.
I didn't think I'd come away from this with something.
Well, there you are. You've come away with the knowledge that you've got to spend some more money on some new pens.
Yeah, sometimes it's terrible. Like, I was walking around Poundland today and I think I've got to buy something. But I've got it all. I've got everything that you can craft with. I've gone down the party aisles. I've seen things I can chop up. I've got hair curlers because you use bits inside those. Yeah, everything you could use. And I'm thinking, shall I buy more? And I think, well, I've not used the rest. I just have to buy stuff. It's ridiculous. Anyway, Stuart's number 5.
Nazi time in a life.
Oh, bit greedy this one.
Oh yeah, it's the 4-color bird.
Yeah, I thought that as well. But that is a 0 or an O. Sorry, that is definitely an O.
Yeah, the classic. It's Bic, isn't it? Bic 4-color ballpoint pen.
Yeah.
See, it's one of those things where it's not the greatest of pens to use, and I mean it's sort of competent to come out with. It's just like one of those bloody Bic crystal things. So it's very, very Billy basic. But you've got 4 compacted into one unit, so you can just take it anywhere, and you've got 4 colours.
I've got issues with it. It's slightly fatter than a normal pen, which throws you right off.
It is, yeah. I don't think it'd be good for sort of artists and stuff where you're looking for something specific. But
And
just for
every one of them, although there's 4, every one of them is a bit shit. They're all a bit shit.
Yeah, they're not great. I mean, I think they're sort of competent, but they're not amazing by any stretch of the imagination. But it's the teacher's friend. You just carry that with you, and you can mark, you can write, and you can also put things in green.
Yeah, what was that green for? I always find reasons for the green. Grass. What's the grass on your paperwork for? I don't know.
I had to use the green, yeah. The danger is, though, if the black and the blue run out.
Yeah.
Not so good, yeah. You can also get ones which are like the massive fat ones that have like 25 different colours around them or something.
Yeah, I've got one over here from my daughter. I can't bother to find it, but yeah.
They're a bit too much, those. They tend to be very cheap inside.
Yeah, they're rubbish. Half of them don't work. They hope you'll never get a chance of using that colour. You never find out.
Who's using the off-orangey pink? Nobody. Oh, it doesn't work anyway.
Some colours just look horrible in biro as well. They're not. It was never meant to be biroed. Some colours.
They were so busy thinking about whether they could, they never stopped to think if they should.
Green was for see me, says Tinderman80. Welcome to the stream. First time chat from viewer.
Hello, Tinderman. Yeah, so that's not. So in Tinderman's school, green was bad news. See me after.
Danielle, not Lisa from HR. Okay, I have a lot to say about this pen.
Good.
And then that was it. No, it's a very handy pen. It's a very handy pen for the daily diary, but all the black inks are shit. And the black always runs out first because you use it most. But you can colour coordinate your appointments in your diary. It's a give and take. Well, you say you complain, Danielle, but wouldn't just a black pen run out? And then you've got the other 3 colours to fall back on. So I think giving it a hard time, to be honest.
Yeah, I like the idea of colour coordinating appointments. So you can just go through and all that kind of noise.
Well, we've got computers now anyway, so this entire stream is irrelevant.
Mr. Mooncat says, yes, I used a green biro once, and a teacher came up, looked at what I wrote, and bellowed, green! I like to think it was Brian Blessed.
Green! Yeah. It's huge teeth. Red equals strawberry, says Loopy Loo. Oh, well, did you have a little thing in school where you'd lick the inks like it's Willy Wonka's pen?
Oh, that's not good. Or was it one of those ones that had a sort of scented inks or something?
Oh yeah, I've got my. Well, they have a lot of those in Poundland. Obviously, I get my daughter's art stuff from the Poundland. All of it. She's got a whole box over there. But yeah, she's got scented pens. They don't smell much, but you know, so they're just rubbish smellies and they're rubbish pens.
Something in it. Fizbin UK is, I think, is absolutely correct on this. It should have been 2 blacks, a blue, and a red.
Yeah.
Yeah. This day they stick a bloody green on it. Useful for colour coordinating in your diaries, as mentioned, but yeah.
I don't really think we have any need for blue pens.
Not really, but it can be useful to, be able to write in black and blue to differentiate the two. So I'll give it that. But I would have preferred one of the greens to be replaced with another black. I do agree.
I don't know. I like to have the green. You never know when you're going to need it. I don't want to disagree with you so early on. But yeah, I like the green. Well, that was a very weak ink.
Fair.
It was a weak ink.
Yeah, it's the weak It's the runt of the litter, the runt of the ink litter.
They did used to have flavoured pens. Little ones that stack together, have scents.
That rings a bell.
You don't want to teach. You don't want to teach kids to be eating ink, though, do you?
No, you'll teach them to drink bleach and stuff that's good for them.
Yeah. You use green for invigilating in teaching. What's invigilating, JJ Smiler? What's invigilating, Stu?
An invigilator is somebody who ensures that the rules are stuck to. So an invigilator in an exam is somebody going around to make sure nobody's cheating. Basically.
Is that what the green pen's for, then? You see him click the green pen and everyone shits themselves. Weak ink or weak ink. I don't know why I read that.
Let's see. Beardy Viking says there was a spate of grape-flavoured pens in the 80s. I remember grape-smelling things in the 80s, but grape-flavoured pens?
It didn't smell of grape, though, did it?
No, probably just xylene or whatever. The stuff that they won't put them in anymore.
Invigilator, exam monitor. There you go. Right. That's your number 5. How can we top this, everyone? I'm not going to go until you give me some answers. No, right. This is Stuart's number 4. We're getting close to number 1. Hold on to your wheeze. I'm just going to do it. Right, here we go. They do these in Poundland.
They do. They absolutely do. The Papermate Flex Grip Ultra. A classic. Basically, it's just a biro that writes really nicely. And has a rubbery grip.
Yeah, I feel like you fell for the name.
Yeah. But it's a really nice pen. Used to be my go-to pen for writing notes things, but has been supplanted, as you will discover in another number. But yeah, I'm sure I must have one like just over here somewhere. It's not going. Yeah, look at that. There we are.
There it is.
I think this is the one I photographed actually for that. Yes, look, the words have faded in the same way.
I love the way the chat will be like, "Damn good pen," stuff like that.
That's damn fine coffee and cherry pie, and also pen.
That's what I love about this top 10 is people get really excited about these things. And it's not what my goal was. My aim wasn't to make you excited about pens or cables. It was to trick you into staying here until number 1. Which you're going to do either way, but you know, there's other. We could actually just do interesting things now. Maybe it'd be even better.
Hang on, I have to go back and mention something here. Beardy Viking says it was that artificial grape flavour. Did you know the artificial grape flavour is a type of grape? It is the flavour of a purple grape, which we don't really get over here.
We have purple grapes.
Yeah, but you don't see them that often. And they do taste. The classic thing to buy if you want something that is actually grape, that tastes like the American grape flavour that we always think is fake over here, Welch's grape juice. Welch's grape juice stuff. And it tastes exactly like what we always used to think was the fake grape. It turns out it's real grape, just not one we get here.
I always think that Welch's grape juice looks like something you need for constipation.
It really does, doesn't it? Yeah, like prune juice or something. Yeah.
Well, as you know, I've worked in the sweet trade, and there are lots of grape things, especially in the American section. And I've had purple grapes, and I don't think that grape tastes anything like purple grapes. But then you could say, aside from orange, no, that strawberry doesn't really taste like strawberry, does it, in sweet form? Nothing really tastes like...
The banana is miles off, isn't it?
Do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Bananas. It's one of the better ones.
Really? Oh, maybe a modern banana thing, but the classic banana flavouring, especially over here, has nothing in common with a banana. Isn't it? There's some story that it's based on like an extinct form of banana or something that had a very different taste or something.
Yeah, a form of banana there is no evidence for.
Yes, exactly. This theoretical banana.
In the case of Class B versus the banana manufacturer. Michael.
Lucaroo has said the same. Banana flavouring is based on an extinct Victorian banana.
Well, how do they know?
Because I think, there's like, records from the company and how they made the flavour.
I always find it interesting when you read what the actual, like you get the white candy sticks, the kind of chewy. They're pineapple flavour. I bet you didn't know that.
What?
Yeah.
They just taste of sugar and nothing.
Yeah, they're kind of a fruity sweetiness, but you can't really place it because I suppose your eyes see a white stick. I always found that interesting, but then that faded.
I need to buy some now and just see if I can detect any pineapple in them whatsoever.
You won't. I've tried.
Fair.
We eat with our eyes.
Yeah.
We do. So, the Flex Grip Ultra.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Do you have any amusing anecdotes featuring a Flex Grip Ultra?
No, of course not. It's a pen.
Did you ever write any love letters or sign any deeds or?
May have signed a deed. I've certainly written a lot of notes and like a copious amount of notes on this pen over the years, and probably ideas for scripts and little bits like that. This was my go-to pen for a long, long time. It's only very recently been supplanted.
Do you have any evidence of this?
Any evidence of
writing
this
with that pen?
Oh, yes. Hang on. I'm sure there's some notes and some bullshit up here.
And I'm sure I'm not the only one who doesn't believe you.
Hang on. There's loads of bloody stuff here. Here we are. This was all doing that. Well, some of this is in thing. Hang on. I've got to make sure.
It's not your PIN number.
No, I can't show you that one.
Don't worry about it. We believe you. This is too much of an act.
I've been slighted now. Shit, I'm not going to find it.
Thank you for the follow there, Tinderman80.
Oh dear, everything has fallen off.
This stream is brought to you by Noble Chairs, everybody.
Yes,
Noble Chairs.
Noble Chairs.
He gets £500 every time he moves his head.
Bloody hell, I wish.
You giving up on the notes, Stu?
Yeah, because I would need to stand up and look and not knock everything off the
Thanks
top.
Thanks for trying.
Yeah, it's a monstrous. But I'm sure I've got a load of handwritten notes up here about how to use Adobe After Effects.
Sometimes I'm not sure if you know I'm joking or not, Stu. I believe that you've written with that pen.
Really?
Although I would just be writing everything with the mirror pen.
Yeah, I might do that in the future. Perhaps that's a way to show off your wealth in the future. Write everything with a mirror pen.
I'll do it with a gold pen. Yeah, or
gold's not as good though, is it? That's just like
it is. If you get one as shiny as that, as reflective.
Oh, that's the thing. Could you have a gold mirror pen?
Well, there are the paints that are like real reflective gold. So I'm assuming you can have the pen.
Oh yeah, you just put it in a bloody pen, couldn't you? Simple as that.
Ribsy G would do a sexy dance with that pen.
Yeah, fair.
Seraphim21 says secretly pantless Ashens. Are you wearing trousers?
Tragically, yes. I had to go and get my dad's shopping earlier, and they don't like it in Tesco's when your cock's hanging out. Ask me how I know.
I normally don't, but it's cold now, so it's fine. I honestly don't. There's so many streams I've got nothing down here, but why did that matter, does it?
Oh, Molotov do a gold marker, says Beardy Viking. It may have been Beardy Viking who put me onto these pens, actually. I can't remember.
He didn't tell me about these bloody pens. Is it a little secret, is it, Dow?
Yeah. No, maybe he doesn't trust you yet.
I don't think he does. Do they do a bronze? Dow?
Do they do a slightly blue one like Robocop 2?
Yeah, that's a good metal colour that is, isn't it? I've always loved that shade of... what would you call that? Gunmetal? Not gunmetal, but...
No, it's almost sort of metallic powder blue, isn't it? It's very light, the old Robocop 2. Never liked it so much on Robocop. I like it as a colour, but not on my Robocops. I
You
like
did-
my Robocops like I like my women. Metallic silver.
Well, you didn't like the colour of Robocop. It's your favourite film, isn't it?
Oh, but he's not that colour in Robocop. He's that colour in Robocop 2. In Robocop 1, he's silver. Titanium silver.
Are you sure? What do you think of
absolutely.
Robocop 3?
I've never watched it. I've deliberately avoided it. I'm going to have to watch it soon. I've got it on Blu-ray, but...
Yeah, I had the box set. I think I got rid of it. But it's really shit. I think it's got
Yeah.
Rip Torn is in it.
Yes.
Is he the baddie? Is it Pete? I don't think it's Peter Weller, is it?
No, he's gone by that stage.
I watched
Been
the...
replaced with a load of ham that they've stapled to a Tesco football.
It would work. It's only there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I watched the documentary thing on Netflix about Robocop, and apparently it's really hard to work with Peter Weller. And I thought, where do you get off? You were in Buckaroo Banzai. You may have been the bollocks in that film, but you're not bloody A-class, bloody A-grade actor yet.
I think you're forgetting such classics as Naked Lunch
Yeah, Naked Lunch, but there's not much, is there?
and that
Screamers?
one he was in. Screamers, yeah. And there's another 80s film that I saw a VHS cover of once and don't know, so that's useful.
I
Yeah.
think he they spent ages making the suit or something, and he wanted something changed, and he wasn't going to do it or something. But Peter Weller is coming back for the new RoboCop, Billy Viking. It
He
hasn't
did
got
do the voice in Mortal Kombat, didn't he? He does sound quite similar.
what voice?
The voice of Robocop.
Oh, what, the game?
Yeah, in the Mortal Kombat, one of the DLC characters is Robocop.
I loved Clarence Bodico. It was one of the best villains ever because he looks like the kind of person my mum would remarry.
I completely agree. He just looks like a nasty bastard, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Just like one of your dad's mates who you don't trust. You know, that kind
He
of...
was in the bookies and then he's in the pub.
Exactly. He's just done a bit better and he's a bit more ruthless. Yeah. More believable in this
Yeah.
way.
Plus, he was in that short film, wasn't he? He was good in that. Although,
Yeah.
whenever I see him in anything else, I always see the meanness behind his
Yeah.
eyes. That's a good actor, though, isn't it? That's a good sign of a good actor.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well,
he
I
was.
say that. Good actor in Robocop. Maybe not good enough in the other things I've seen him in.
Ooh.
There's a fair point there. Mind you, he was the baddie in Fortress as well. He's probably
Yes, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, more baddies than
Yeah.
goodies. Kurtwood Smith is the exact opposite. It's fine acting, says Dee Karima.
Yeah, he's meant to be a nice... And has done a lot of comedies over the years as well.
That 70s show. He was the dad in that, wasn't he?
Yes, that's it. That's what I was thinking of. Yes.
Never a fan of that show, really. Peter Weller had spent a long amount of time learning a very fluid and fast motion type for Robocop. Oh, yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Entirely true, yeah. I mean, when you've seen the suit in Robocop, you ain't doing anything fast in that, you know. And you're not getting in or out of a car, which is why when you see Robocop getting in or out of a car, it's always just the top half.
He's got one leg out, hasn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's see what film we talk about next with your next pen.
Certainly.
This is Stuart's number 3.
Number 3, I am happy.
Oh, that's a fancy one.
Oh, yeah. So this is the Luxor CD marker extra fine tip. Although, to be fair, any high quality CD stroke DVD stroke Blu-ray marker will do the job.
That is to write on CDs.
Well, yes, but this is something we discovered recently. If you're signing things, especially... hang on. I've got one. Yes. So we've signed loads of these slipcases for DVD box sets, yeah?
It won't
And
focus.
signed down the bottom there. The problem is, when you're doing a lot, you need it to dry instantly. Ink doesn't dry instantly. It bloody does from these CD markers. It was fantastic. Always exactly precise, dries instantly. And I've discovered many uses as a result of this discovery.
Can I say, Stuart, that I think I could easily forge your signature?
That is why I've done it, in the hopes that one day I can just pay somebody else to do it all for me. It's not happened yet.
I suppose you have 2 signatures, don't you? You have one for the...
I have 12. Each is like a security system of signatures.
Yeah.
The most complicated one is literally the Mona Lisa in black and white.
I have an app that randomly generates a signature for me on my phone.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah.
That's really good, because it means all your documents are invalid.
Yes. You have a red what in your hand right now, DiCarino?
He's got a red one in his hand. He's
Why?
a lucky boy, isn't he?
Why have you got a CD marker in your hand? Right now?
He's marking CDs.
Why are you doing that? That's strange. What now? Yeah. It's like...
Oh, Flemish Dog has got a Statler Permanent Lumo Colour F. They're very good as well, if they're the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
God, these top 10s bring out some secret hidden passions in everybody.
I tell you what I have got. Oh, I might not have it anymore, actually. Hang on. Oh, look! Ha-ha! It was here all along.
Is the black one out?
Probably. I don't think I've used this one much, actually. Oh, God, I've got all the bloody pens in here, actually. I should just bloody look through this earlier. No, I have binned it. I had a cheaper CD marker. Oh, shit. No, there it is. There it is. This thing. See, you've got to have a good quality one. These are crap. I mean, they'll sort of mark a disc and not fade too much over time. Look at the
state of that.
Yeah, look at it leaking and just not very good. I think this is dried up now, actually. I might just bin it. But yeah, you got to get a decent one. Hence why we've used the Luxor there as an example, but other decent ones out there.
Well, it does look like a fancy pen. It looks like value for money.
Yes, that is what I like to think.
Yeah. Kate is telling you to bin the pen.
I will.
Now, in front of us. They don't trust you.
I haven't got a bin in this room, so that would be hard.
Or just chuck it. Make a statement, Stu. Go crazy. Let's go crazy. Come on.
I've already lost it, actually.
He's already binned it, Katie.
Yeah. It's just binned itself. It's collapsed from reality. That's really odd. I genuinely don't know where it's gone. I'll find that up later.
LCD Brick Game says... I love that name, by the way, LCD Brick Game. Those things were like gold in my house growing up. Parents would hide them because they were so nice. Yeah, parents always hide the good pens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, they were quite expensive back in the day, a bloody CD marker.
I think I've got some of my lovely pens here somewhere. Nah, maybe not. Oh, here they are. This is my fancy... I don't know if you can hear me. This is my fancy little art set here. Look at this.
Okay.
My fancy
Hit us with
pens.
it. Oh, See, my friend, another friend who's a graphic designer, always carries something.
Look at that. I'm like the Rambo of the art world. Yeah.
Oh, God, you've got far more pens than me. Far more pens. Look at that.
What do you need?
Your Chewbacca bandolier of pens.
Yeah. I think these are my favourite drawing pens here. Although they're probably all dried up now. What are these? These are Statler?
Statler, yeah.
Statler pigment liner. These are quite fancy pens for drawing. I'm doing this because you seem to be genuinely interested in pens.
I think I am to an extent. I've discovered that this evening.
I think everybody has. What have I got here? Oh, these are very fancy shading markers.
Oh, I don't even know what that is. That's beyond me. I haven't leveled up. I haven't got enough XP to equip that.
Faber-Castell. You heard of Faber-Castell? They were great.
I have, yes. Yep. Third album.
With that tiger and stuff in Vegas. Pit Artist Pen Cold Grey number 3. And I've got a whole range of greys here. I've actually done some good artwork with them. I don't know if you've ever seen that horror one I've done, the collage of all.
Oh, yes.
That was done with these pens. Yeah.
Ah.
Well, there you go. I've got pens as well.
Can't compete with that. I've got a crap pirate. Is that good?
It's pretty good. Is that in an upcoming video, or is that just always there?
That probably will be in an upcoming video. Yeah.
What's it from, or is it just a pirate?
I genuinely don't know. There's no markings on it. It's just like a really cheap pirate figure.
There you go. You've seen it here. Ashens fans, sneak peek.
Yeah. One day you will see this crap pirates on a sofa. And what a time it will be.
See, if I bought that at a boot sale, I'd want to get one of your pens and finish those lines on its chest.
Oh yeah, it's gone for a kind of Bengal tiger thing going on, but yeah, it's just annoying, really, isn't it?
So, right now this pen is number 3.
It is. There are 2
It's
more.
good for writing on CDs, but I don't know if it deserves to be this high because that's all you use it for.
No, it's not always. As I said, if you're writing on any shiny stuff, shiny cardboard, laminated, whatever, it will write on it and dry instantly.
Yeah, but
and look great.
Won't this do that?
What are you showing us? Hang on, there's such a delay from here. No, that won't. Sharpie is fucking useless. That would take several minutes to dry, possibly never drying as such.
Their legal team will be in touch. How dare you say
I
that
can,
about Sharpies?
I can demonstrate it. Hang on. Do.
Alright, if it doesn't dry, Stu, write something on your forehead.
Yeah. So there we are. Right, we're going to attempt to put a line down. Oh, fuck! No, I'm not going to mark this one. This is one of the super low numbered ones that is kept back for crew. Shit.
Oh, yeah, that was
I nearly
close.
bloody stuck a pen on it. Hang on, I'll lean over to the more of them that I have here. God, here's number 1. I'm not sure I can mark it. This is the DVD 2. Oh, God. Got to get these sent out at some point. Ah, it's fine. We got one. Unnumbered.
Oh, what are you going to do? You're going to use the Sharpie,
I am indeed going to use the Sharpie.
and then what, you're going to come back to it in 5 minutes?
I won't actually take that on, but if you're writing on it... Look at that.
Alright, now do it again, but give it a few seconds.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now do it. There, see?
Smeared. It's bloody smeared.
It hasn't.
Oh, it hasn't done too badly, actually. Maybe I should have used blue! Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mind you, when you're signing a load, 5 seconds is the fucking world. You need to be able to nip down a load.
Get over yourself, Stuart. Bloody hell.
No.
The queue
It's
going out the door.
business. Yeah, absolutely.
Round the block.
You'll know yourself soon. Oh, yeah.
Like the bloody Anne Frank Museum. I don't know if you were there. I was talking about that earlier.
Yeah, I did catch that. That was interesting. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was that or the Sex Museum. You know, it's easily done.
It's the same thing, isn't it? No, wait. Very much not. Loopy Lou says, I bought some Gorilla Glue today. Got high hopes for its adhesive. Gorilla Glue is very, very, very strong. But it really expands.
Is this super glue? Because they do... I've got wood glue up there. Gorilla wood glue.
Yeah, this is more the wood, the sort of orangey stuff. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, in the strength of it. But yeah, I used it for a little bit to connect 2 parts of a model together, not realising it expanded, and it kind of spoiled the model. I had to spend hours bloody fixing it.
Reminds me, I never checked which number I got on the slipcase. Oh. Is one of your fans?
Well, I can tell you for a fact it won't be the amusing number 69 of the DVDs, because that one got returned.
Did it?
As undeliverable, yeah. Very few came back. Only like sort of 20 overall, I think. And one of them was an amusing number.
When you say undeliverable, is it just they can't find the address?
No, but basically not
Anthrax.
known at this address, couldn't find it, moved away, whatever's.
Yeah. It wasn't the bomb or the anthrax or anything like that.
No. People had to pay extra for that. They weren't up for it.
Let's compare numbers. I got 0346. I don't actually have the box. I've just got the Polybius. But it is signed by Ian Lee of Talk Radio.
Oh, nice.
I was trying to think of something there. I don't know why that name came into my bloody head.
Beardy Viking wants me to send in the 69. I can't. I had it sitting in the office range. I think Trista Bites Bex took it in the end. But I think she's got the rude one now.
Oh, Kate is 2,834. Sky Girl's got 3,391. How many were there?
Oh, about... Ooh, let me think. It depends, you see. The DVDs, there were about... I can't remember how many DVDs. There was like 8,000 Blu-rays, about 4,000 DVDs, I think.
And is that what sold, or is that how many were made?
That's how many sold, yeah. The rest
Pretty
of the
good.
garage.
Proud of that?
Oh yeah, that was bloody great. We could actually pay for the film and stuff, which doesn't happen very often, so that was nice.
Who was it? I spoke to at that premiere. Someone said they've got everything in reverse. Even the red carpet came after the film.
Yeah, everything. I mean, we're gonna have to write it and then film it next week, probably.
Yeah.
Sorry, Loopy Lou has said I think they've got the Gorilla Glue for corners of wallpaper. It might expand a bit much for that. Use very small amount.
I'd say use PVA. Just use PVA. It's the best thing for paper.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Even Pritt sticks. Using anything else will just complicate things.
Yeah. There's super glues. Super glue's a bit shit, really, isn't it? And it's very specific
Plus,
uses, but we tend to use it for.
It will soak through and leave a stain as well.
Oh, that's a good point. Yes.
For paper or thin card, I always use PVA or wood glue. I do, but that's pretty much just PVA.
Yeah.
On my wall, says Loopy Loo. Well, you don't want to put bloody super glue on your wall. What is it? Is it plaster? I'm assuming. There's got to be something else for it. You get the. I don't know what. We're not. This is Stuart's number 2. Oh, no, it's not your number 2. This is Jetstream.
Uniball Jetstream. So, we were saying about the Flexi Grip and how it's a classic note taker and writer, and it's a nice smooth write and all that.
Yep.
This is essentially very similar, but slightly better in every way. It's slightly more comfortable to hold, and it's slightly nicer to write with as well. So don't get me wrong, Flexi Grip's still very good, but this is slightly superior in all respects, and I don't think it was any more expensive.
Looking at that, I'm worried it has no weight to it.
Oh no, it's got decent weight. Yeah, the weight I would have said is slightly weightier than the Papermate, but not by much.
I need a bit of weight in my pens. I think that's why I like the Parkers. Spoilers: Parkers are not in Stuart's list.
No, I don't have the money for that kind of frippery. No, not happening.
But you had one. Your aunt gave you one. You're ungrateful.
Yeah, because I've forgotten about it again. If the ink in it probably dried up 20 years ago. Plus, something I do like on this, right? Listen to the mechanism from the Flex Grip. Competent. But the one from the Jetstream, much smoother.
I should have put ASMR in the tags.
Nice action.
It all sounds like a very discriminatory nickname.
Hitler, he was a Uniball.
What's your favourite pen, Hitler? A Uniball Jetstream. Have that.
Oh, I am so discouraged.
Burn.
I am going to shoot myself in my bunker. Oh.
And your moustache is stupid.
Oh, he's dead now. He couldn't take the first one.
Well, they say he's in Argentina. Living it
Oh.
up. How old would he
Argentina.
be now?
193 or something. Ginny Steampunk says, just apply for a Sun Life over 50 plan and get a free Parker pen.
Yeah, I can't wait till I'm 50.
Yeah.
Just so I can get that free Parker pen.
Oh, it's going to be worth it, isn't it? Yeah.
Because I don't think I'll be able to afford one by the time I'm 50. But yeah, when I get there, I'll get my free one. What is that? It's how many instalments for the rest of your life? Of how much, like £5 a week or something?
Yeah, something like that. I've never paid much attention to the adverts being under 50.
Well, you are getting close to it, Stu.
I am, another 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, entirely true. Yeah.
You don't look 44. I feel like I've got to say something nice now because I feel like I've been a bit horrible to you.
I don't know. Maybe 10 years ago.
Youthful in the face. Youthful in the face.
Sadly, not in the hips. No, the hips are fine. It's fine.
You should
Jim
have seen him
Ingram
dancing
says-
the other day. It was all over the place on the bar.
Yeah, I was actually just falling. It just took me a really long time to hit the floor. Oh, through the whole place. Gemma Ingram says Uniball Vision Elite is my favourite. I'm not aware of this one.
I'm surprised people have favourite pens.
You're an artist and graphics man. Surely you must.
Well, yeah, I've got my favourite drawing pens, but just everybody. I assume they'll just pick up a Bic and that'll do. I don't think people like Gemma. I didn't know you liked the Uniball Vision Elite. You've been here a while, Gemma.
I've actually got a Uniball Vision Elite. Yes, it's one of them sort of gel pen type things. It's quite nice, but I find them a little bit more scratchy to write with than these things, which is why it's not in the top 10.
I just want to know why you've not mentioned it before, Gemma.
You think you know somebody?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We all know Hitler lives on the moon, says BD Viking. Oh, apparently Sun Life no longer offer Parker pens.
Fuck him then.
Yeah. Good luck, Sun Life. Good luck in your future endeavours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's start one, and we'll offer Parker pens.
Roata's just seen Public Service Broadcasting, one of my favourite bands. Jealous now.
Just seen Public Service Broadcasting, now Twitch on the bus.
Yeah, I have seen them live in Norwich. In fact, they did the UEA.
What does that mean? What, they're on Twitch now, are they?
No, I think they've seen Public Service Broadcasting. They're going back home on the bus and they're watching it on Twitch on the phone.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, I get it. Now googling Sun Life to see what they offer instead. It's probably a Uniball jet stream.
Lippy Lou says, I used to work with a lady who made tiny nameplates for her biros using paper and sellotape.
What a loser.
Didn't want to say it.
Was this a while ago? Was this in school or was this recently?
This is terrible. No, you used to work with.
Wow,
so
yeah.
Oh my god. Even the pen nerds are laughing at her. Look, that's just ridiculous.
Oh.
That's not how you stop people nicking them. Flemish dot people just rip it off if they want them. Oh, who knows. So, as long-term viewers of my videos on YouTube may know, my dad was obsessed, and still is, with putting his fucking initial, just an A, on everything he owns, often in multiple places. And I had to point out to him that this is not actually a very good thing to do. He's like, oh yeah, but then nobody will nick them. I said, well, people might sort of nick them and use them, but then you can nick them back potentially. But if you put your initial on them, they'll just take them home.
Yeah.
And we worked out that I think that is actually what has happened over the years.
So, what, is his house just covered in the letter A?
No. Mind you, I don't think he technically owns the house, so he's probably going to buy it at some point in the future just so he can scrawl an A on it. Pig's blood or something.
The legendary A hammer.
Yeah, that fucking hammer, man. I've still got just an old hammer of my dad's, but it's got an A for, presumably for Ashen or Anthony, possibly, which is his name. But it's got an A like on the top and on the handle and on the bottom and on the other side of the top and on the other part of the handle. It is all one bit of metal, for God's sake.
Is your dad a superhero? His name alliterates.
Oh yeah,
Anthony Ashens.
Yeah, Anthony Ashen.
Ashen,
Yeah, AA. Alcoholics Anonymous.
That's a good superhero name. Although Ashen kind of says villain, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does sound a bit, doesn't it? The Ashen Hand or something. It's like an evil society.
I bet when you first played Dark Souls and it said Ashen 1, I bet you was like, oh, that's me!
That's Dark Souls 3. But yeah, it did take me a few minutes.
What, do they not say Ashen in the first Dark Souls?
No, it's the... What is he called? Chosen Undead? Is it in the first one? I forget what they're called. There's a different term for the player character in each of the Dark Souls games.
Oh,
and he's only the Ashen one in the third one.
But still, would you like, oh, it's me?
Oh, what? Yeah, it freaked me out every time he said it for like the first half an hour or so until I got used to it.
I've started playing that game again, actually. Well, it's not really relevant to this, but...
Good though, isn't it?
Yes, I love the game.
There's a 20-minute footage video of gameplay from Elden Ring.
Yeah, I saw that. It's on Twitch. Has it already been on?
I think it has, yeah, because a mate sent me info about it, yeah.
I'll have to watch that.
Well, I think it's been... The YouTube version is much higher quality than the stream one was.
Yeah, I'm very curious. Is that going to be PS5 only?
Oh, no, I think this is like PS5, the Xbox, and PC, isn't it?
Good, thank God.
I don't know. We have to look that up. Actually, hang on.
I'm hoping this little beast can run it.
Let's have a look. Come on. Come on. What's it coming out? It's coming out for... Oh, it's coming out for previous generations of Xbox and PlayStation. So it's PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Xbox One and Xbox Series X. And presumably Series S. And Windows. Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping I can run it. I'm sure I can in some capacity. If I can do Dark Souls 3, I could probably do that. Although it is quite old. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, Rawat. Very kind of you. I'll put that towards Elden Ring. Thank you very much.
It is chosen undead in the first Dark Souls. Thank you, Dekarina. I'm glad my memory worked. I couldn't remember what it was in Dark Souls 2 because Dark Souls 2.
God, and I pretended I was a fan. I'm embarrassed. I've never played it, I'll be honest with you. No, of course not. A streamer I know had the speedrun record for Dark Souls 3 using a steering wheel for a while. I think Ashens raided him when he was trying it.
That rings a bell, yeah. God, imagine, I was bad enough in a bloody... Imagine trying it with the steering wheel. People, like, completing it on Satsumas and things through a makey and all that kind of stuff. Crazy.
3 was easier than the first one, though, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think 3 was easier.
Just because it's much more fluid, the movement. If you wanted to roll, you can roll, you know, and more options for attack.
I think the Ringed City DLC is meant to be a lot harder, but that's the one DLC I haven't done.
That's why I started playing it, because I've not done that DLC. I figured I'd work my way through again.
Did you do the first DLC?
No, I didn't do any of them. I think I played it as soon as it came out, because I was so excited and never got around to doing the DLC.
Yeah, I did as well, and I went back and did the first DLC, but I've never done the second.
What was the first DLC?
Really first one is the it's like loads of crows in a frigid wasteland of ice and snow. I forget what it's called. Because the Ringed City is the second one. What the hell was the first one called?
I'm sure someone will tell us. I did all the DLCs for the Dark Souls 2. I think just because I was waiting for Dark Souls 3. I know.
How the hell did you sit through that? Christ.
They were overly hard as well.
Yeah.
Just a different shaped knight everywhere you turn.
Oh, dearie me. Ashes of Andariel, that's it. Thank you, Brundlefly. Dark Souls 2. I mean, I had to complete it because I'd got like half through, but the last third of that game was such a fucking chore.
Did I tell you I got this one? The Dark Root expansion.
Oh, yeah, I've got the Dark Root expansion. Yeah. It's a good one, that. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we're doing a stream here. All right. Uniball Jetstream. Do you think G.I. Joe could use it as a jetpack?
There's one way to find out.
We got G.I. Joe.
Oh, this is a G.I. Joe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Foreign one. Well, fake foreign one. This one's super rare. Hang on, if I remove the backpack. Wait for it.
That reminds me, you ever seen The Rocketeer?
Oh, yeah.
It's a great film, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I absolutely agree. Yeah, it's a bit tall. I mean,
Well, I was assuming there'd be an actual jet.
Yeah, no, it's not quite working. It was a nice idea, but ultimately,
it's a bit misleading.
They just want it to sound space age and super.
And they achieved it through lies. Right, this is Stuart's number one. Drum roll. Number one.
Number one. I am number one. I am the elf and the omega. I am your god. I'll kneel before ZC1184 for the organism known as human. It has made it irrelevant, obsolete, expired, dead.
It's the marker pen.
Oh yeah, it is the Pentel N850. Look, here's one now. It's upside down. There we are. No, it's not. Yeah, a fantastic marker pen. This is basically a Sharpie, but massively superior in every single direction. It is a fantastic pen. If you have to sign a lot of things, this is the pen to be using because this can go on so many different surfaces. And it never seems to run out. I'm still using the same one, despite the fact that when we had Sharpies, you'd get through like 2 or 3 a day sometimes. So they just don't bloody last. These are absolutely the king of markers.
So it's better than is it better at writing on CDs than the CD pen?
I mean, it will write on CDs actually, but I'm always slightly worried because this type of ink is not really designed for that, so it might damage it or something. Also, quite thick, so won't be as precise. It's like the other pens, which is the problem with size small things. It's a bit thick for that, but this is a fantastic marker pen. Anybody you see who uses a lot of marker pens will nearly always have one of these, and for good reason too.
See, when I saw that marker pen was your number one, I assumed that you wrote your phone number on a lot of toilet walls.
I mean, I do, but that's not relevant to this.
Yeah, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. The only way you're going to know if it's Stuart's number is by calling it. So go out, find those numbers. It's like a competition.
And also, mine will always be written in the Molotov liquid chrome mirror effect. So,
the trouble is he writes them on the taps, so you're going to have to look hard.
It's shining a light around it. Loopy Lou makes the good point. Don't use these on a whiteboard. Yeah, it will not come off.
Yeah.
You can do that thing of wiping over or sort of colouring over it with a dry marker pen and wiping, but it won't get it all off. These are proper stuff.
Did anybody in school swap all the whiteboard markers for permanent markers in some kind of crazy jape?
No. Probably because A, they didn't think of it, and B, couldn't afford the markers.
Poundland, you can do it now. Easy. Danny01, Ashens, one of the best YouTubers, NGL. What does NGL mean?
Not gonna lie.
Oh, I'm glad you're not going to lie, Dan.
Yeah.
Love revisiting his Nintendo stuff. There you go. Little boost your ego there.
I haven't done Nintendo stuff for a long time.
Call Ashens for a good time.
Box of new Game Boy stuff I need to get through at some point.
Did you do a Halloween special video? You did the other day, didn't you?
I did. Absolutely did.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I don't want it to be awkward or anything, but I tend to watch your videos while I'm in the bath. I think I've told you this before.
Yes, every evening. You just text me and then send a picture of you having written that. And yeah.
God, your hands look very moisturised, Stuart. What have you done? Is it a new cream?
Yeah. What cream is that? Can I see you putting it on?
Did you get onto that manicure person I recommended? I especially like the bits when you got a reflective surface and I just about catch your face. Yeah. You was wearing that hat. Do you wear the same hat every time you were?
Oh yeah, because the hat is literally just there to clip a microphone onto.
Ashens has a soothing voice, says Wayland Dutani. He does, doesn't he?
Thank you!
Thank you, Mrs. Wayland! Also, my favourite of Ashens. Hey! It's my stream, Dan. What's your favourite stream of mine? No, I'm only joking. Carry on.
My favourite was the London trip. Oh my god, the London trip one. That was a sponsored one. Sure, those are the days. For a sort of a Barclaycard type thing that was just an RFID like key fob thing you could pay just contactless with.
Do you not have sponsors anymore then? Have you chose not to? Or
do sometimes, yeah. Do sometimes. I'm very fucking picky.
Raid
maybe
Shadow
a bit
Legends.
too picky, but I like to be very sort of
if you was
careful.
if you was a YouTuber worth your salt, you'd have Raid Shadow Legends, surely.
Fucking hell! Come on, you must have had Raid Shadow Legends,
I have.
surely.
Yeah, I've had.
Get in touch with everyone. They're constantly at me separately for Twitch and YouTube. Ain't gonna fucking happen. I
don't think I told you like that actually. I hit the big time. Raid were on at me for a sponsorship, and I stuck to my guns. I were full of integrity. Me, I said no.
Good man.
And then they said we will give you £50 for every 2,000 downloads, and I said yes.
do it.
And then I tattooed it on my chest.
The joys. Now you've had one, you'll just start getting more and more. They'll disappear for a while. But the thing about Raid is they employ multiple agencies at once and do it directly as well. So you can sometimes get like 4 or 5 requests to do a video for Raid in one day, and all of them will offer you a different rate.
Have you ever actually played Raid Shadow Legends?
Fuck no, I don't think you can you? It's just one of these things where you just tap on a couple of things. It has an autoplay mode, so you can just press a button and let it do it.
I did play it for a little bit just to see what the fuss was. It worked. These bloody sponsorship things worked. And literally, I was at the point of thinking, thank you so much, Howie. An Adam 3/5. Sorry, that's just what it said. So there was a point where I was just pressing autoplay. And I think, what's the point of this? Why am I doing this?
Absolutely, but if you are susceptible to, getting into gambling and that kind of stuff, it can really mess you up. Which is what I have now to do with them.
I find it hilarious that adverts work. Don't think I've ever bought anything advertised by YouTube channel sponsors. Sorry.
Oh, Luca, then it'll be a different method that has reached you.
Yeah.
There's no protecting us. Even knowing all the methods, you could work in the industry and it still gets into your brain somehow.
Somebody sneaks into your bedroom at night and whispers in your ear.
Yeah.
Buy audio books. Yeah. Yeah. Do you think Audible? Do you think they sneak things in, thinking that a lot of people, when you set a sleep timer on an Audible book, that's when it kicks in, and then they start doing subliminal shit as you're drifting off? Because I listen to Audible when I go to bed, and I realise I'm like 5 chapters in. And I thought, I only set this for an hour. How short's this book? That's probably 4 chapters of them trying to get me to do... They probably make me buy Blu-rays.
Well, Audible is Amazon, so yeah.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Possibly. Yeah.
I always said to myself, I'll never buy Blu-rays again. And I'm going to blame you for that, actually.
Yeah, I took you to the nicest Blu-ray shop in the country, probably.
Yeah, it's a great shop. I've bought more since. God.
Oh no! What have you bought, Daniel?
I've got the Fury. I got Society. It was a great film.
Oh yeah.
Beverly Hills 90210 until the end. I've never seen the Fury. Any good?
I haven't seen it either. Again, I've got both those Blu-rays, but I haven't yet watched.
What else did I get? Reanimator, Bride of Reanimator. I love that film. It's a great film. Terrified of that when I was a child.
Not bloody surprised.
And I can't remember the rest. But 3 more.
Nice.
Still haven't watched the Polybius BD Blu-ray disc. Says One Chop Animation.
Oh, One Chop, how you doing, fella? Well, don't worry. It will work for at least 50 years, so you'll be fine.
Will they? Is that a fact?
Just made that up. They should last a lot longer, actually, I believe, from the way they're pressed. So, yeah.
DVDs are only worth buying if they've got a John Carpenter or Kurt Russell commentary.
I did buy The Fog, didn't I?
You did buy The Fog. I didn't buy it because I watched it recently for Neil's stream, and I didn't like it.
Ooh, that's a worry. I bloody love Carpenter in general, so
I do like Carpenter, but just as far as these films go, it's just not much happened in it. It was just very foggy.
That's the thing. I have heard it said this is what a talented filmmaker can do with nothing except a handful of crew, some lights, and a fog machine.
Well, what have you watched it in a while?
I've never seen it.
Oh, you've never seen it? Well,
I always get it confused with The Mist. It's only recently I've managed to properly separate the two in my mind.
Well, The Mist is entertaining. I like The Mist. But The Fog, it just seems like there's lots of characters all going about their own business and they never really meet. Doesn't really.
Do you
come to
like
much.
Prince of Darkness?
I love Prince of Darkness, yeah.
Then I trust your opinion on such things.
Yeah. Did you get around showing that clip the other day? I won't spoil it for anyone.
No, I might not. Don't know if I'm going to use that or not.
Do it.
Don't know.
They'd love it. Do it or I'll nick it.
I mean, I'll just send it to you. You can have that one.
I think I've got it, haven't I? You sent it to me.
Oh yeah, if you can get it off WhatsApp or whatever. Yeah.
You didn't do it view once like all those other photographs you sent.
No. If you notice, I don't send them view one either. I know you'll just screenshot them anyway.
Yes. It's interesting to take. Prince of Darkness is great. Brandon Fly. Yeah, I love it. Such a strange concept, Prince of Darkness. Just the swirling.
Yeah. What if Satan was 7-Up?
The mirror bit at the end, though, that's creepy. Do you not think that? I think it's the striking juxtaposition of that really light blonde hair against all of that gore on the face. I think that just looked really creepy to me.
Yeah. And there's something to that future footage being sent back in a dream and all that kind of stuff. There's something eerie about that as well.
That could be the origin of found footage films, that.
Yeah? Or is it what? Or is that Cannibal Holocaust?
I don't know. I refuse to watch cannibal films anymore.
Is that because they're all shit and have a huge amount of animal cruelty in?
Yeah. Yeah, I just feel dirty watching them.
Yeah.
Assault and Precinct 13 is great.
Ribsy G. I watched Assault and Precinct 13 the other day. I hadn't seen it for years. Still great. Still great.
I watched it properly for the first time the other day. I really liked it. Mr. Ashens, sir, what's your favourite and least favourite of 2021? Favourite
films. I haven't seen enough bloody films that have been released this year, really. I've seen a lot of films this year, but they're nearly all old.
Death Spa?
Death Spa, definitely the best of the year. Let me see what 2021 films I've watched. Not bloody many.
But there haven't been many, have they? Because of,
No. This is the whole thing, I suppose, isn't it? Good God,
I haven't seen Shang-Chi yet.
I saw Shang-Chi. I quite enjoyed it. It was all right, but it's still very bloody Marvel. It had some bits in China, which is a bit different, and some bits in Chinese. So I saw Censor, which I didn't like much, actually. I was a bit disappointed in Censor. Felt like St. Maud, but not as good in any sense.
Have you got a list?
Yes. I keep a list of everything I watch. I've done for the last 3 years. Because I've discovered it was useful because people always bloody ask. Like now.
Big Toe Dan asks, who's your favourite streamer?
My favourite streamer?
This is
McCall45.
This is awkward.
Saw the Suicide Squad.
I watched that.
Yeah. Watched the Green Knight. That was very A24. Shang-Chi. No Time to Die.
I don't know why, but I felt like the Green Knight was supposed to be a horror. It had that sort of air to it. I haven't seen it yet, but just like the name and the stills I'd seen.
It's just very, very A24 is all I can say. It's got that slightly eerie horror air, but never quite goes for it. Do you know what I mean? I watched Last Night in Soho the other day.
What's that like?
Well, that's a bit of an oddity. I liked it a lot more than Baby Driver, which I really did not like. No. Edgar Wright's done that weird thing of making the most lovely, fun films in the past. Now it just seems to be disappeared up his own arse. It's like he's making them for film critics or something, and it's all a bit...
He wants to be a proper filmmaker now.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't...
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, I liked it a lot more than bloody Baby Driver, but yeah, it's got a lot of interesting stuff in it, but I'm not quite sure it holds together.
I think when you talk about Edgar Wright, nobody sort of says, "Oh, that performance he got out of Nick Frost was amazing." They think that editing he did was great. Those shots he did were wonderful. They don't think, "Oh, Simon Pegg blew us away. You should get the Oscar for that."
So is he moving more in that direction? Does he want to?
I think so.
I know the first thing about the man, other than he's got a beard, I think.
You're in 3 of his films.
Yeah, we never met him. Too posh. A lot of people saying they didn't like Green Knight. People who didn't like Drunkula didn't finish it, got bored of it. I can understand why.
It's quite long, isn't it? It's like 2 hours 20 minutes or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty long. Yeah. Well, I didn't dislike it or anything, but it is a bit sort of empty. Isn't the right word, but it's so A24, darling. Anyway, Mark and Pen, yes, good.
Yeah. Right, I think I better let you go, hadn't I? Have you had your dinner?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Stuart.
You are most welcome.
It's been a pleasure, as always. And
thank you for inviting me on and letting me talk about pens for hours.
Well, you've been desperate to do it for months now. Yeah.
Now I've done it, I can die a happy pen connoisseur.
As long as you promise me the next time you're on, it's not pencils.
No, I don't know enough about pencils.
Oh, you could just do 1 pack of colouring pencils. Red, blue,
favourite colour of colouring pencils.
That's actually quite a good idea. Someone would do that.
Yeah.
These top tens are getting too interesting now. We need to back it up.
Top 10 shapes of chicken nugget from McDonald's. No, there's only like 6 actually on there. That wouldn't work.
No, you get the big box. Get 20 nuggets in there.
Yeah, but they only have 6 shapes, don't they?
Do they?
Yeah, they're all named as well. It's like
That's
the boot,
weird.
and things like that.
And then they claim that everything's all natural chicken and stuff.
Oh, those nuggets aren't.
No.
I mean, it might all be chicken breast, but they're very processed down, you know.
Right, thank you very much for gracing me.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
You have a good night. You're on Sunday? Oh, I'm on your stream
Yep.
Sunday, aren't I?
Well, yeah, I bloody hope you are, because I've got nothing else to do now.
Yeah, I'm free, so.
Oh, thank God for that. Yes, be about 8 to quarter past 8 is the official start time on a Sunday.
And it's VHS covers, and we usually pick a film and watch it at some later point. Is that still on the cards?
Yes. And I think I don't know why we started doing that, but it's a thing now, isn't it?
It's because
So,
10 speed looks so interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't think that it was possible to make a film like that.
A film which almost nobody had seen. That was probably the most people at one time who'd ever watched it when we streamed that.
Yeah.
So it never got out in cinemas, you know.
Right.
In fact, it almost certainly was. Yeah, fucking hell. Christ. Right.
Thank you very much. I'm going to play the intro and I'm going to hang up on you incredibly rudely. Thank you very much,
Thank
Stu.
God. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.